What's up, guys? It's Reals Finance. Today we're gonna talk about how I lost over $9,000 last week on the correction, and what's my plan going forward. What caused this big loss, and what I plan on doing in the future. So there's many variables that happen with this that caused it. So before we get started, please hit the like and subscribe button before we get started. All right, the first thing, it was the biggest drop in stock market history. It dropped over 3,500 points in a 5-day span between Monday through Friday. As many of you guys may not know, it's closed Saturday and Sunday. On Friday, I actually had the biggest drop, which was 1,200 points, over 1,200 points. And when this happens, when there's a big drop in the stock market, it usually affects the growth stocks the most because it's like the riskier investments people could have because they're growth stocks. So it depends a lot on future growth, sales year to year. So earnings will probably be affected through this illness that's going around. So the biggest drop that happened last week affected my portfolio, which was it's 100% growth stocks because I'm a high risk, high reward type of guy. So this big drop that happened between Monday through Friday affected my portfolio a lot. That caused over a 9,400 drop, which was at least 9% of my money invested. And I wasn't too worried about it because I know it's growth stocks and the corrections are necessary in the stock market because the stock was just going up and up. But the biggest drop stock market history probably affected many people. It affected my friends as well. They lost a couple $1,000s too. But instead of getting panic and stuff, we just kept buying the stocks because we believe in these companies. The second reason was, like how I mentioned, the reason why I lost over $9,000 was because this was the fastest correction in history. We have never seen this correction as fast. It was over a 10% correction within a 5-day span. That's crazy. So what caused this correction was the illness that's spreading around the world, the one that started in China. So the world is just getting panicked and it's forcing a sell-off. The sell-off is causing people just to make the stocks go down because it's putting selling pressure on these stocks to drop, which was necessary in the stock market because we haven't had a correction in a while. So I'm kind of glad this happened because it's helping a lot of companies become fair value because I believe these companies were overvalued. So I actually think this illness that's spreading around kind of helped the stock market, but at the same time, this illness is causing a lot of deaths, which I don't like take joy in saying, but this illness will eventually get passed through and people will forget about it and then the world will continue. So the third reason why this happened to my stock portfolio is like how I mentioned, when there's a big correction and this type of correction that happened very fast, like I mentioned, it was the fastest correction in history. So the reason why this happened was because the illness, it's like a worldwide and people are just panicking because there's no cure for this. And here in California, there's actually cases like 30-minute drive from where I live, Riverside. It was like the first cases, and I believe in Dallas as well, China. So it's just a worldwide, and this is killing people. It's affecting thousands, probably even millions of people. And the media, I believe it's making it more than what it seems like. So people are just getting panicked, and a lot of companies are coming out saying that this will hurt their earnings. So people are getting panicked, so they're just trying to sell the stocks, which is creating selling pressure. What selling pressure causes the stock to usually goes down. When the stock market goes down, the growth stocks get hurt the most, like how I said before. The fourth thing is how I lost 9,000 was because my number one investment, which is Tesla, dropped over $300 in that week. And I have over close to 40 shares. So 300 times 40, you guys can do the math. Plus my second biggest investment is Uber. Uber dropped around $8. I have more than 175 shares on Uber as well. Tesla and Uber are growth stocks, like how I mentioned. So this affected my portfolio a lot. And I have other stocks, but those are my top two that make up majority of my portfolio. So this correction actually hurt me a lot. Like how I mentioned, I lost over 9,400. Because Tesla lost over $300. Uber lost, I think, more than 10% in that week as well. So this is why my stocks looks kind of bad right now, but I do have a lot of gains still. And what's my plan going forward? My plan going forward is basically, if Uber drops under $30, I will continue buying Uber just because I think that's a great company going forward. They're actually predicted to be profitable by the end of 2020, which will be amazing because more investors will come and invest money. The more money the stock has, the more investors, usually the stock will go up. Plus, it'll be a profitable business, so most people will have trust in this stock to go up as well. So if the stock goes under 30, my plan is just hold and buy the dips. But I do not plan on selling at all because I believe these companies going forward. I believe on the CEOs. I just believe the business plans are disrupting a lot of companies. So I'm not really panicking even though I lost over 9,400. So I'll just hold, buy the dips, and just keep going forward. I'm not focused on the short term. I'm focused on the long term goals, which is 3 to 5 years from now. So that's my plan basically. Hold and add. So if you guys liked the video, please hit the like and subscribe button and follow me on Instagram at reels_financial. You guys have a wonderful weekend.